Oh, wrong one. Here we go. Sorry. And Geek Dad Life presents Toy Geeks, a live toy talk show. Tonight, we're going to talk about the best deals for toy collectors on Cyber Monday, and we're going to share our latest toy hauls and more. All of that tonight on Toy Geeks. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toy Geeks. Everybody in the United States, I hope you had a safe and good Thanksgiving break, Thanksgiving holiday if you celebrate it, or at least just enjoyed the day off or days off if you got them. And even if you didn't get them, hopefully everybody is doing well out there in the world. John, how are you doing tonight?
Pretty good. Not too bad. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right for a Thanksgiving Sunday. It's kind of weird. I've spent like the whole week decorating my house, doing the lights on the roof. So you know, doing my best Clark Griswold impression. But every year, it's just like I try to can we go a little bit further on the Christmas lights?
Yes, same here.
So. But this time was the first time my son Zach, who's 6, was like on the roof with me, helping me with the Christmas lights.
That's awesome.
Freaks out. It's a pretty flat roof. It's a ranch, so it's very flat. But it went well. No kids fell off or died, and got the lights up.
That must have felt huge for him though, to be up there.
Oh yeah, totally. You know, I remember it's just one of those like rites of passage. You know, I remember going on the roof to help my dad. So it was fun. But then my wife really wanted to come up on the roof, but she's deathly afraid of heights. So she was terrified the whole time and quickly had to put her back down. But anyways, so that was good. But I feel kind of out of touch with the toy game. So I'm happy to be here chatting with you, John, as well as everybody that's joining us. As always, Classic Action Figures is here. What's up, everyone? KJ Smith, sup, peeps, sup, KJ. Bullwinkle 80, what's up, guys? What's up, Bullwinkle? Jay Griffiths. I won't repeat it, but if you're a fan of Christmas Vacation, you'll get the reference. Ross Gentleman, what up? Hey, Ross, how's it going? And I finished up my house today. My 4-year-old son helped also. He loved it. Yeah, it is the time-honored tradition passed on to fathers and sons and daughters of putting up the Christmas lights. But this year we did one of those laser things, which I was generally against the lasers. But we have a kind of a big tree. It's a type of pine tree in front of our house, but it's too tall to light up. Or at least, I don't know, I have a crane or something. So I did a strategy this time. I got one of those little laser things and then just projected it on the tree. Boom. Lit up tree without any of the stress.
I'm still thinking about getting one of those, but for the past few years, I thought it was a little cheating.
It is. But I felt like in this case, putting it on a tree, I wasn't going to be able to light up the tree anyway. So really, I think that should be okay. That should be allowed. Hashtag just saying. Dave Chambers is here. What's up, guys? What's up, Dave?
What's up?
And Vigorous, it was a good week to put lights, not too cold and no snow yet. I don't know where you are, Jay, but we rarely get snow December. We're usually more snow in late January, February in Raleigh or North Carolina area, even though we did have a Christmas snow last year, a little bit before Christmas, which was rare. Master Blaster. Hello, Master Blaster.
What's up?
Hope you're doing well. So for tonight's show, we generally try to stick to an hour. We rarely stick to it, but I feel like tonight we might stick to the hour just because it is a holiday week. We didn't do Screen Geeks because that fell on a Thursday and that was the Thanksgiving holiday. But definitely be excited for Screen Geeks this coming week because Mandalorian, oh my God, I won't spoil it, but it was really good. What did you see it, John?
Oh yeah. It's amazing. My second favorite episode.
Oh, so good. So good. What's your first favorite episode?
Episode 1 from this season.
Okay, that was good too. Yeah, no doubt. My kids love the first one because they call the big dragon, sand dragon thing. They go, "It's the sand shark. I want to watch the one with the sand shark." They love that episode. And then my littlest is 2.5. He's like, "Yeah, he's like a shark, but he's in the sand." Sand. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh man. But yeah, excited. God, it was a really great episode. And really, you know, I thought if they introduced the character that was in that episode, I thought maybe it would just be kind of a passing thing, but no, it was like a full on.
It was a feature.
Yeah, exactly. And we've said it for a while now. Just give Dave Filoni the keys, because the dude knows what he's doing. And especially, you know, the animation is great, but there might be a stigma towards animation. But clearly, he's been able to translate it to, you know, live action in a really good way. So I'd love to see him take that on. Let's see. Classic Action Figures agrees. How good was this week's Mandalorian episode? Indeed.
Yes, very much.
And the fact that there wasn't as much Razor Crest didn't give me as much heartburn that I didn't get the big Razor Crest.
It wasn't a big gun this episode.
No, because it was kind of beat up, and I was like, oh, maybe they won't even have it. Who knows? And of course, you know, they fix it up or whatever, and it was flying and fighting. I was like, maybe I should have gotten that Razor Crest, but it's fine. I'm fine. I am second guessing it, but it's fine. I didn't need it. Maybe I need it. Master Far, we're getting literally all season 1 Maximals, so I hope we get the Preds. That's good. I am not up to date with Transformers stuff. Is that what that is, Maximals?
Yes, yeah, from Beast Wars. I think I saw a tease about some more. I think it was deluxe listings from Walmart. I did not see who it was though.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Dave says best Mando episode of the second season. I would agree. I get, as much as I love episode 1, this one was amazing. But it's been a really good season. Jay, did you see about the Tron 7-inch 3-pack electronic arcade box? No. Is that on Gentle Giant's website? Let's go down the rabbit hole, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh boy.
Let's do it. I have a bunch of windows set up for our Cyber Monday discussion, but now I've got a Tron arcade.
A Diamond Previews exclusive?
Diamond Previews exclusive. Oh, dang. Oh,
look at that.
Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God, you guys. Is that the box? Oh, I love that. Yep, that's a definite preview. And I already have those damn figures too. God dang it.
Well, you can sell the ones you have.
I know.
And, you know, fund this one.
That's really cool, though. And for those that may or may not know, I'm a big fan of Tron, the arcade game. I've had a few full original upright Tron arcade games in the past. I sold my last one thinking that Arcade 1-Up was going to make one this year, but they haven't. So Arcade 1-Up, you really need to make one next year because it's starting to bug me. But that looks awesome. That's really cool. All right. Well, gonna have to add that one to my pile of loots. I'll get back to that one later. We'll get that one out of here. Dang, great. Thanks for the intel, old school. Let's see. That name drop. Oh, yes, the name drop.
Oh, I know.
Episode. Whoo! Again, I'm not gonna say it, but
I've been racking my brain. Who's gonna play him? Like, who would be good?
There's a few. They're all British in my mind.
Mine too.
But yeah, for sure. Really exciting. Now, did you ever finish Rebels?
Not yet. I'm still in it.
Okay. How far are you in Rebels? Season 1?
Not far enough. No, okay. I think I'm in season 3.
Okay. All right. But yeah, really excited for that, especially with how it seems very much like the characters are kind of introducing tie a lot into the Rebels storyline, the Clone Wars storyline. So Excited to see if they spin it off, where they take it, stuff like that. Really, really excited.
Awesome.
Bullwinkle said favorite episode was the Night Owls. Absolutely. That was really good. Again, they're all really good. And even the one people kind of didn't like, the second episode, I thought was still a good episode.
Yeah.
With the spiders, the Ralph McQuarrie spiders and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. Jay says, shout out to Razor Crest for taking no damage in the episode. Again, it's just like, well, that wasn't really involved. So like, okay, I'm not stressing about not having a Razor Crest. Fine. Dave says, I'm waiting for the inevitable hallmark ornament of the Razor Crest. Their ships are always really good models for display. They really are. You know, I gotta say, as a geek that loves the holiday season, I've got a lot of hallmark ornaments. Yeah, that would be a nice one to add. But what's funny is, as far as Star Wars goes, for some reason, the last Star Wars hallmark ornament that I got was in 99 or 2000. It was the Naboo, the yellow Naboo starfighter, which is still on my tree. But I haven't gotten another one since on Star Wars. It's kind of weird. But now that like episodes 1's getting some more love, it's like, okay, it's come back around. For a while,
it's cool to put on the tree again.
Exactly. For a while, it was ironic, you know. It's like episode 1.
That goes on the side of the tree we don't look at.
Yeah, exactly.
I usually get a couple every year, just Star Wars in particular.
Yeah, I mean, they're all,
yeah. This year we did buy a second 7-foot tree because we have too many ornaments. So our second tree is like probably a third Star Wars.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I think I go movies just like, so I've got Batmobile, Ecto ones, Griswolds, anything. And then I love the Transformers toys ones. I think about a couple of the He-Man ones, Skeletor. I don't know. The arcade ones are really great. Like they've done a lot of really great ones.
Oh yeah.
And then the boys usually pick out ones too. Like I've got Disney ones and stuff like that. They do a really, really good job. Let's see. I don't want to push this one in to not spoil anybody, but I agree with Garage Gamer. Hopefully, maybe they'll plus that in. Let's see. Really want Hallmark to make a stripe gremlin ornament. Have they done any gremlins, Hallmark?
I'm not sure. I don't have any.
That's kind of ripe for a Hallmark ornament.
Yeah, you would think so.
That'd be great. I would get that for sure. Brad says, wifey got me the Hallmark Mando ornament today, so that's awesome.
Nice.
Wait, there's no Star Trek ship Hallmark ornament this year? That's a first. They've been doing Star Trek ships probably longer than Star Wars ships, I feel like.
Yeah, I think so.
Dang, Toy Doc says never got the He-Man ornament. Now it goes for $100 on eBay. That's nuts.
Yep. Yeah, that thing went crazy.
Give it time. Maybe they'll make another one or a different version of the same one. Yes, Mendelssohn's character, one extra reminded me of the character who was mentioned when I first saw the movie. Definitely same kind of get up for sure. But he was more, I felt, sniveling than the other character, who seems far more like he's the only non-emperor character that seems to always be ahead of everything, like 2 steps ahead. And it's real, like, just the approach to that character, I just think is really, really cool. Makes that person a really good big bad. T-Panner says they've done Gizmo. Okay, well, they've done Gizmo, they gotta do Stripe. Eddie's in the house. Hello.
What's up, Eddie?
Old school Shinobi, Alan Dean Foster wrote several Star Wars numbers, still in print, isn't getting royalties either. Not cool. That's a bummer. And having known people that have created, I don't know if this is a Disney thing or was it that way before with Lucasfilm, when George Lucas owned it, but Disney's very big on, somebody creates it while you're at Disney. It doesn't matter. Disney still owns the characters, the IP, everything. So while you get the honor of being the person that created that character, that don't mean you're getting you got your Disney paychecks, and that's that.
Yeah, maybe you can get some signings at a con in your elderly years.
Yeah. And one of my buddies, we got to have him on the show one time, but Tad Stones, who created many things, including Darkwing Duck. But he came up with the idea for, because he was the showrunner for the Aladdin cartoon. And he came up with the idea of like, well, let's do like a movie to kick off the cartoon, the weekday cartoon.
Mhm.
And why don't we just make it like a direct to, we'll pack these 5 episodes, make like a movie out of it, and we'll do a direct to video thing. So he created, directed, and put together Return of Jafar, which was the first direct to video sequel.
Mhm.
I think they only spent like $10 million on the production or something. It wasn't that much, maybe 10, 15 million. But that videotape sold or made over $250 million for Disney.
Oh my God.
Insane profit maker, like changed the game, and they did all those. So he's kind of like, people give him crap that he started these direct to sequels. We're like, I just was trying to kick off my TV show. But he kind of jokes like, any other director that made a movie for 15 million that made $250 million in profit, I'd be able to do any movie I want. But no, I just make the next project that comes my way. So that's how it goes. It stinks. I agree. Our corporate overlords, that's how it works in that environment. Let's see. Old school Shinobi. I have Gizmo and Red Corvette from a few years back. Wonder if that's worth anything. It may be. I didn't realize the market was that high on some of these Hallmark.
Yeah, a lot of them go for quite a bit.
Eddie calls out what I forgot to mention this morning at the beginning of the show. Rest in peace, David Prowse.
Yep.
The man behind the mask for Darth Vader. Really sad. Met him briefly at a San Diego Comic-Con. Was very kind. It's I think the thing that hit me the most, and I can't remember who posted it this morning. I mean, it was Nerd Nook or one of the Instagram pages that I follow. But it was basically that famous picture with young Carrie Fisher.
Oh yeah.
And they're all just kind of. But it had all of the ones that have died so far as Force Ghosts. I was like, oh my God, so many of them have passed. It's just Harrison and
Mark. Yep.
Out of that kind of original core group of people, which
Mark doesn't look happy in that picture. He's the only one that doesn't look happy in that picture.
But maybe it's just a kind of off moment.
Like, hey, turn this way because everybody else already is.
But definitely, one half of what made that character great, just David's like kind of imposing stature, along with James Earl Jones's voice, made the character what it is today, and is still one of the greatest movie villains of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Even if George Lucas done everything in his power to make him not one of the movie villains of all time. Let's see. Winkle says, love the throwback kung fu vibe and the fight scene in the movie. In the latest episode, the kind of the showdown was both the Western showdown and kind of the kung fu movie showdown. It was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really cool.
Definitely.
And that's kind of what Star Wars is. It's kind of pulling all these influences together and putting it in a space opera, and that's when it works. So when should I go looking for the second wave of He-Man figures, says the Garage Gamer. They still haven't shown up in retail, right?
No. There's plenty of them on eBay. They're definitely showing up somewhere. Scareglow, Trapjaw, Orko, they're showing up for you can get them for like $25.
But I think it's still like online. I don't know if they've hit like brick and mortar though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought I saw some people post from Walmart peg pictures,
really?
On Instagram. Yeah.
Okay. I've not seen anything in mass yet, but yeah, to your point, they are showing up enough on Evil Bay for not that much over retail.
Yeah.
If you can't wait.
Yeah, but if you can wait, by the amount that are out there right now that were pre-orders, pay the $15. Just wait. Yep. You'll be glad you did.
Old School calls us out. I totally forgot. Yeah, poor Anthony Daniels. He wasn't in that picture, but yes, Anthony Daniels as well. Let's see. T-Pona says you could screw an eye hook into a Havoc staff accessory to make a pretty cool Mode 2 ornament. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
You can make anything into an ornament. You could probably, I mean, it'd be a heavy ornament, but you can. You don't want to spend $100. This is a do-it-yourself. Just get yourself one of the new He-Mans of $15 and just put a little. Really I mean, a strong branch.
And the face on that He-Man looks better than the Hallmark ornament.
Aw, and people hate this face, but I kind of dig the new Origins face. It's different.
I'm getting into it.
You said as a Christmas, but I kind of took it the was it the New Frontier, the DC. That's what they kind of DC was it DC New Frontier? That kind of
it was Darwin Cook, I think.
Yeah. Anywho, let's see. PD Dubs in the house, and this was something I was curious with PD Dubs. He also was getting his Trap Jaw in the mail, and he confirmed with us his Trap Jaw had the articulated arm and also scored a Scareglow from the Walmart website. So nicely done, PD Dubs.
Nice.
So again, I think this is proving true. If you watched, I did post my review of the Trap Jaw. If you want to check that out, part of that was talking about whether it has an articulated arm or not, or extra articulated arm joint. And it seems to be, this is my hope, is that they changed it towards the articulated arm. So hopefully most everyone will get that version instead of just the swivel cut version. That's the hope. Ordinary Joe 79. Yo, hey guys, love the content.
Thank you, sir.
Old school, congratulating PD Dubs. Scareglow's in the second wave. Yes, he is. It's Scareglow, Trapjaw, Manny Faces, and Orko. It seems the bigs out of that wave are everybody but Manny Faces. At least the man. But I think the Manny Faces is great too. The actual like swivel cut head is huge. And Manny Faces technology, it's a huge leap.
Yeah, first time ever.
Yeah, I think it's kind of overlooked right now, but I think that's really great. I missed Cyber Monday Manny Collector sales because I know. Yeah. As I was kind of putting the list of websites together as we kind of go through the different Cyber Monday deals, man, that Manny Collector Cyber Monday when they would just kind of re-release all that old stock and sell it for like $15 or whatever. Those were good.
Yeah, that was amazing. If you could just go back in time, oh my god, you'd clean up right now.
And it was great because I was a subber, and then they would always do those like things that were outside of the main subscription. And at that point, I was like, dude, I've already committed I don't know how much money every single month. I'm not going to do this extra thing. So it was nice if those things popped up on this. I was like, I'll get that one. I'll get that one. So exciting. Also scored Rogue, Cyber Spider-Man, and Negus. Oh, dang. Nicely done, PD Dubs. I know the Rogues are hitting. I know they're kind of re-releasing the Storm. I did get that Storm already, but I definitely want the Rogue. I don't think I'm going to go for the slightly kind of redecoed Gambit. I already have the other Gambit. I think that one looks good, but I definitely need the Rogue. He-Man's hair makes him look like a little Dutch boy, but that's kind of the Filmation style. It is a little bit of a Dutch boy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Let's see. The new deluxe He-Man comes with an old head sculpt. Yep. And if you did get the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, the 2019 set, you also did get the old kind of original figure style head sculpt, which we both have. But my one problem with that, or really any like recreation, even the 25th anniversary figures, was it 25th? 20th. The ones in 99?
Yeah, it was just like commemorative.
Okay, it wasn't. Yeah, the commemorative edition ones, like though no recreation of that head sculpt has matched to me the original rubber He-Man head sculpt. So you feel the same way? That's how I feel anyway.
Yeah, I don't think they ever really got the size perfect. Something is always off just a little bit.
Yeah.
And even the sometimes the face looks fine, but the hair is too wide or too big on it for some reason, like he's wearing a wig.
Yeah. Yep. It must be something in the manufacturing process of switching from that rubber head versus the hard plastic that they've done since. Yeah, it is different. It just doesn't look right to me.
Yeah.
And it was no more apparent than remember when they did those jumbo figures, the 12-inch versions?
Oh yeah,
The
that looks so
He-Man,
strange.
awful. That one was terrible. And I wanted those figures so bad. I think maybe you got a set of, or somebody out of our toy dealer friend.
Yep.
Was it you had them?
Yep. I've had 2 sets of those, 2 complete sets.
And there was one time at a show that I was like, wow, I really want them. It's just like, it's just so expensive for just a blown up version of the figure. And I guess Gentle Giants are just as expensive, but yeah, that's kind of my big problem. Like, I'd love to have them, but dang, they're really expensive. And that He-Man just looks, I do not like the jumbo size He-Man personally. Let's see, P-Dubs. No, not a Spidey figure, but I got that Cyborg Spider-Man 2. Such a great figure. I still have those issues of Spider-Man. It looks really cool. That Cyborg Spider figure looks awesome. Jager says maybe the Toy Guru could ask someone at Mattel if he still has connections there. But I mean, it's kind of funny where, you know, Hasbro is filling in this kind of Matty collector space with Hasbro Pulse, but Mattel is just doing straight up big retail launches of He-Man. It's kind of, they've had this bit of a role reversal. It's interesting. It's very interesting. And I after last week's episode, John, the Wondar kind of discussion. Did you go back and watch the full episode?
Not yet.
Okay, well, I did. And it's interesting. He basically finds a letter in all of his files, old files, that when he was doing that. Remember the Motu art book from Comic-Con in 2009?
Yep.
He had a bunch of files that there were just tons of just basically there's a bunch of like printed words. He didn't even like look at, but he found this like complaint letter to the CEO of Mattel at the time, complaining that they did this 3-in-1 offer and all they got was this He-Man figure with no armor. They thought their kids thought they were getting a new character with weapons and armors and stuff. And it essentially confirms that the Wondar was originally the figure that came for that 3-in-1 or buy 3 get 1 free promotion, which is what I think one of them came with, that flyer. So
it would have had to been after the first year of figures, right?
Yeah, I think it was 83.
Wow.
83. So basically confirmed it. It's a really good video. Definitely, he did 2 essentially. I would recommend the second one. He kind of takes a long time to get to the answer in the first one, but the second one where he does like the Q&A or like frequently asked questions afterwards really digs into it. But it's a really interesting, essentially like answer. Now it doesn't 100% say it, but like all the evidence that he has kind of really pretty much points it directly that it was originally the figures they gave away for the Mattel's buy 3 get 1 free, which was not just He-Man. You get a He-Man or a Barbie or whatever.
Yep.
And after that person's complaint, there's also notes from the CEO saying this customer is right. Let's send them a real figure. And potentially they kind of pivoted to start giving just regular figures instead of this kind of cheaper kind of giveaway figure. And they may have had overstock that they could have given out any other types of ways, but originally that was probably what it was for, based on the description. Old School agrees the Toy Guru does take a while to get to his answer in the video. He does. It's it's like you take it for what he is, and a lot of great stuff there, but yeah, it does take a little while to get to the answer sometimes, but he's a showman, he's a showman, so that's part of it.
But with the Wondar reveal, you have to have that build up. It's been legend for 20 years now, from when I first found out about it.
Yeah, so much so that I didn't think it was real. I genuinely thought it wasn't real until you told me that you found one in a childhood collection. Because until that point, all I saw was other people posting, "Hey, I found this" or whatever. I'm like, it's a scam. They're playing me. You can't trust anything on the internet, right? It's like, no, I'm not. It's like reading a news article on Facebook, like, it's true. It's like, no.
But some pictures showed up before it was, a fad to lie on the internet.
But I would think like they posted on, He-Man.org back in the day, early 2000s or whatever. I was like, I don't know. But it just fascinated me. And I passed up a couple times to own one for pretty cheap compared to current prices. And once you told me, I was like, oh man, I should have done it. Because there was one recently selling on eBay Last I checked, the bidding was like $1,500 or something like that.
Wow. Oh, that's not nearly what I sold mine for.
Yeah, that's a lot. I think it wasn't that long ago. I feel like maybe I don't know, maybe it was 10 years ago, but the one that I was talking to someone about buying. I think we were around $150. I think is where we were at.
Yeah, that's probably about right. I think the highest, like I remember like a graded one going like 5 years ago for like $400.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a huge resurgence
Yeah.
in He-Man now.
Yeah. Yeah. Classic Action Figure says there really weren't many Black Friday deals in stores or online this year. I didn't get any figures from any of the vendors except for some Transformers at Target. It was really light. Honestly, I thought some of the best deals were non-major retailer deals. I'll go through some of them though. Jake Griffith says I watched that too. Good video. And Jake Griffith's got to get to that. I'm guessing 10-minute mark. Yeah. Yes, indeed. All right. John, let's jump into some toy hauls. I don't have any. That's my toy haul for this week. You had I thought a pretty fun toy haul.
So it's not exactly a toy, but it's going to make toys. For anybody who is not familiar with toy making, this is a gallon of silicone to make a mold. Well, part of it, you also need to mix it with this.
Ooh.
Yep. 5 grams of this to 100 grams of this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then you let it, you make a mold box. It's a big process to make a 2-part mold. But essentially it takes about, for this particular kind, it takes about 48 hours to make a 2-part mold. Yep. Just with drying time, it takes, 2 or 3 hours to make a mold box, put the clay, get it all perfect, get your parting lines good. But if anybody's interested in making toys, buy Smooth On products. You cannot go wrong.
Well, we'll have to do maybe a special video of you showing like how to make a toy or something. That'd be kind of fun. Now, I know you don't want to reveal it, but is this to get back to working on that one toy that's kind of been your big pet project for a while now?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yep. I already started because this stuff came in, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday, but it needed to get back to room temperature from being out on a UPS truck for a day, because it's got to be at like 70 degrees to use it. Otherwise it just takes longer.
Yes, and some people are asking, what are you making, John? It's kind of top secret till you can get it up and available for.
Yeah, I don't want to announce it until it's actually in production in China, because I've talked about things, and then I've shown things, and then before you know it, somebody else has made it. Honest to God, it's happened. So you got to be careful when you have that idea. Keep it to yourself.
Yep, indeed. But if ever does, I think it'd be really cool. Not to brag on you too much, John, but sharing some of that ideas with Nate Barch. He was really excited. Everybody that you do talk about gets really excited about it. So it's just a matter of you getting it done so that we can talk about it here on the show and everywhere else.
I'm excited
about it. All right, so let's jump into our topic for tonight, which is Cyber Monday deals. It's kind of fun. They've really stretched out a lot of the Black Friday. It's not really separate days anymore. It's kind of just the weekend or the week or 2 weeks, and it does kind of take away some of the excitement of it a little bit. But some of the things that people posted here. So if you have some in the chat that you've found, definitely put them up here. I've pulled up some of the big sites and we kind of go through those. But PD Dubs already says all Disney owned properties are buy 2 get 1 free at Target right now. That's a pretty good deal because that includes Marvel, Star Wars, all that stuff. I didn't realize that. That's a good deal. Jay Griffith says there's currently a $1 on eBay for $4,600. That is a buy it now. So that's somebody fishing. But it's like the people say, oh, the Disney tapes are worth thousands. Like, no, somebody just listed those.
right along with the Beanie Babies.
Yeah, case of Wondar. That's 4 times probably retail, but still, somebody might pay that if they don't see one for a while.
Mhm.
Locker Toys had 20% off select figs if anybody collects Joy Tour or Boss Fight figures. That's a good call out. Just picked up 2 Remnant Stormtroopers to get another one free today. Dang, so that's a really good deal from Target right now. Let's take a look.
Does that include online as well? If you ordered it online?
Yeah, I'm curious. Well, let's just go. Let's just go to Target right now. I did have Target up here. Let's see if they have it like kind of advertised. Yep, there it is right there. Buy 2, get 1 free Disney toys excludes Lego. So yeah, that's a really good deal. And again, when love it or hate it, but Disney owns a lot of IP. So that includes a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
I wonder if that includes pop figures as well, because they have these. I'm really trying to dig into pops, but they have these really cool Disneyland pop figures. I don't know if you've seen those.
Yes, I have.
I keep like, oh, I kind of want to get those. But yeah, so it's all BOGO. That's great. Well, there you go, folks. I think that, as far as I've seen, that's a really good deal. Buy 2, get 1 free. Any Disney property at Target. Mix and match. There are exclusions that apply, but dang, that's a really, really, really good deal.
Oh yeah, online too. That is awesome.
Yep, you can get that at Target.com. And again, the IP is so large. I mean, you're going to have tons. And we already have people saying in the chat, Froba Fett picked up 2 Remnant Stormtroopers and got another one. So especially for the army builders, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Old School says, what are you making? Not gonna say. Is it crowdfunding? Probably.
No, I'm hoping not.
Oh, okay,
No.
all right. Just straight up. Is the Modi Chase Vintage line characters going to be the chase for the Origins line? It depends, because while Scareglow is at a full retail release one of the most expensive vintage figures, and while it is a very popular in the Origins line, I feel like they're going to make enough of that character that hopefully it is not a chase. I was really bummed when they didn't, or Wondar somehow didn't win the fan vote, which blows my mind that the comic book version of Triclops. I mean, Wondar didn't even make it to the final 2. Like, what the hell?
I know. Doesn't it? I don't understand that one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Triclops is cool, but
yeah, sure.
No, I'd rather have the vintage version, rather than the mini comic version, and get a Wondar.
Agreed. PDFs, I'll take a custom John made Mad Ball, please. They're making requests now for you, John.
Oh boy. Gotta get to work.
I think that's cool. Looking forward to Frankenstein. I might have missed what that was related to. Good news, John's making a toy. Bad news, it's a Target exclusive.
Speaking of that, did you see how, I think it was I don't know if it was one of the Fan Fridays, how they said that Target is working on making exclusives 1 or 2 per customer, so that the bots aren't allowed to go in and just buy everything up in 2 seconds.
Fingers crossed. But didn't they do that for something else and they still can quickly, like, didn't they do that with the NECA stuff, the NECA turtles, and they still went pretty quick?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The thing with Target online, at least, like, I feel like the distro, while it's sporadic and not great, they show up at Target eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of the NECA stuff sure doesn't stay a long time, but like the NECA turtles, the Toon Turtles, that Comic-Con exclusive Turtles on Tour set. There was a few times, doing my weekly kind of grocery trip to Target, it would be there.
Yeah.
So I feel like at least I found Target's been a little bit easier to find the exclusive eventually than Walmart. Walmart's like got one shot and that's it. But it's a pain in the butt no matter what. But yeah, Phoenix, just every episode, Phoenix comes on and just drops one really, really good joke. I also agree. Classic action figures response to Phoenix, LOL, damn bots. Let's see here. Jay Griffith says Target also has to spend $50, get $10 on Lego. That's really good. I have Lego up here. Their Cyber Monday deals kind of match a lot of the other websites. There's a lot of different type of discounts. But the one thing I do like about Lego.com, or if you go to the Lego store, they do a lot of good like VIP bonus points. So if you do play the VIP bonus point game, it's a pretty good rewards program compared to some that I feel like you never get the rewards. But the VIP one, you do kind of get money back pretty quick. Through that. And they usually do really stack those up. So that is there.
Speaking of Lego, did you see that giant Coliseum?
Yes.
Over 9,000 pieces.
That's unreal.
That's ridiculous.
Zach and I are making the Ecto 1 right now. And I'll just say it's a lot of fun. It's a really good build so far.
Awesome.
It's just the way they do things, like the guy or the directions. It's like those old school car manuals where kind of like like it had the picture of the car and it kind of went kind of like a blueprint of the car or whatever. Like that. It's like you bought like an old car manual for an Ecto 1. That's how they set up. It's really neat. It's just those little details are really cool.
Yeah. Rather than just giving you like a generic Lego book.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Exactly. I was just like, that's so cool. Like my son doesn't give two craps, but just like me, I was like, that's really neat. That's a really, really neat little nod there. Yes, it's online too. Let's see. That's how I got my 3 Marvel Legends Day. I think Rogue is sold out now though. That's a really, really good deal. Let's see. The Rogue Retro was 1 per customer online. It did help pre-order stayed up for about an hour. Okay.
Not bad.
There you go. G.I. Joe classified Target exclusives are damn near impossible to find. It's tough. And I'm gonna be completely honest, like I definitely had to check a lot. Eventually found them. Made friends with the employees to like just like they knew like, they got G.I. Joe's, like, nope, none. I'm like, all right, bye. So yeah. Merle Z got a free Baby Yoda with my Rogue and Gambit, not shipping a lot. So that's good. Phoenix Richardson is the George Costanza of that. He drops a whopper and goes out on a high note, leaving us wanting more. Good call out, old school, definitely. Jay Haynes manuals, that's right.
Yeah. Yep.
Lego is cool, but the price tags are ridiculous in my opinion, so I don't buy it. When companies' price items that high for children's toys, it's isn't something I'd ever support. Well, I do know Lego is expensive. It really is, but I always try to think of it like the cost per brick, and the quality that you get. And so if you're going those bigger sets, it's a lot of plastic, and they don't cheap out on the plastic they use. There's something about Lego plastic that no other toy company I think matches that quality. And you got a toy maker. I mean, am I just talking out of my ass, or is that like legit? I feel like their plastic's really good.
No, it is. I think that is a lot of plastic. And when I think of like a Lego set and its price, aside from its, price per brick, if you paid like $100 for something that takes you like an hour and a half to put together, that sucks. But when you pay like $200 or $250 for something that ends up taking like 8 hours to put together, it's like, oh, that was awesome. When you had like, it was awesome. Like it was a good build, but then you get like a small set and you just throw it together super quick. And even some of the small sets that are like $30, $50, I think, that's when I would say Ross is right. That's a ripoff.
Yep. Yep. But you're right though. Like the bigger ones, and like with this Ecto 1 set right now, like each layer of the build, and even something you maybe think would be boring, like we're doing just the kind of the base and stuff like that. But we're basically putting together the drive shaft and the actual mechanisms that make the wheels turn. So really cool. Like my son who's 6, like, this is so neat, and I'm like, I'm 30s in my 30s. I'm like, this is so cool. Like to be able to have that kind of building experience that is entertaining to somebody who much older than probably Lego's target audience is for, and then for someone who's 6 years old is kind of a special thing. But you are right though, like the people that or the type of put in that level of experience in their build sets are usually for the higher price ones,
right?
But it's worth it.
Like I don't think I'd even look at a set that's like $100 and buy it, because I know I'll blast right through it in no time and put it on the shelf, and I'm like, oh, that was such a waste. I should have saved that and bought like a $200 or $300 set, and had a lot more fun putting it together.
Yep, agreed. Alias Angel Alias says Lego are for kids, Mega Constructs are for grown-ups. I mean, hey, the He-Man stuff, they've done a lot of cool stuff, but there's still just something about anything that isn't Lego that's trying to be a Lego that I'm like, this is cheap crap. I don't want it. They may be really great now, but there's been some sets in the past that I did dip into. I think some of the Turtles stuff, I was like, this feels really cheap compared to a Lego set. And it shows almost to me. And maybe it's just as good, but just something, whatever their magic build is, I don't know.
I haven't done Mega Constructs yet. One thing
it's been a minute.
Yeah. One thing I did like is Creo G.I. Joes. I had everything but the Terradrome, and I loved putting it all together. I really liked that stuff. I don't know why. It was different, I guess. I don't know.
Yep. I didn't do those, but I think I got some of the Star Trek stuff. But again, I didn't like it. And I'm not trying to be a label snob, but it is something that way for me. Lego and Playmobil make quality stuff. They hold up, and many have great resale value. Yeah, Playmobil. I always consider like Playmobil like rich kids' toys. I never had those as a kid. They were at those like really fancy stores that I didn't get to go to. Or you would walk into, but you would never buy anything from. But now that with my kids, and they've made a lot of cool licenses like the Ghostbuster stuff. Yeah, they do really, really great stuff. Playmobil does. Is this the best time of the year to sell off some of your collection, or does time of year matter? That's a great question from Todd Smith. John, what's your perspective here?
Yes, right now is a good time of year. I wouldn't say it's a good time for this year, the 2020 year, because of the economy is not great. If you have inexpensive stuff, if you're going to unload, $5 and $10 figures on eBay, you'll probably do that really quick. It'll be easy.
Yeah.
But like $100 figures, it's gonna not go that great. Any other year. December 1st through, I would say, the 20th, I sell a ton of my inventory.
Yeah.
And then the next best part of the year is probably, I'd say, April, May, when people are getting their taxes back.
Yep. That makes sense. James Rice says, I want the Lego Nintendo NES set out of stock and $230. It is expensive, but that set is insane in terms of like the brick count, and then like the TV. It actually kind of like a rolling scene, and then the Mario interacts with it, and then it also interacts with those new Mario sets that I think are going to be pretty popular this holiday season. I know the starter set, which is kind of a bummer. The Mario that interacts with everything is really only in this starter set. And it's never been readily in stock so far at the places that I've seen. It kind of goes in and out of stock. So the one thing I wish Lego would have done is made more of getting the interactive Mario, but that also works with that NES set. So it's really, really cool. But yeah, all right. Let's check out some other places here. Big Bad Toy Store, one of my favorite online, collectible stores. They really only had one page of Cyber Monday deals, like some pretty good deals. It's probably just clearing out clearance type stuff. But you've got some SH figure arts. You got Hulk, but that's like from God. What is that? That's not Endgame. Is it Endgame? Oh, it is Endgame. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, are you still on the lookout for the Grandmaster and Korg 2-pack?
I am, but that price seems high, even still at 37. They're going for cheaper on eBay.
Yeah. Does anybody want this? I feel like it's a little high. Black Series centerpiece, Kylo Ren.
Yeah, that I feel like you can pick those up at shows for like $5.
Yeah. How about that one? SH Figure Arts White Ranger. I feel like those go, but it's 35. It says 50% off. Were these really going for $70?
Maybe that's just like suggested retail.
This cookie jar is cool though. Stay Puft cookie jar. That's it. So kind of underwhelming on Big Bad. Let's go to Entertainment Earth. They have a ton of stuff that I saw. A lot of the Pinmates though. Tons of the Pinmates. Anybody rocking these Pinmates? I have seen this Batmobile set a lot, and I have they've sold it at Comic-Con the past few years, and each time I'm like, oh, maybe I'll get it this time. I have not yet.
I can't see what it is. What is it?
It's essentially the little people. It's one of the things Toy Guru worked on. But it comes with the Batmobile and the two kind of little people style, 66.
Oh wow. Oh, it's a papercraft thing. Okay.
And yeah. Oh, does it not come with it? Does. So it does come with the Batmobile with Batman Robin and the papercraft Batcave. It's a neat little set for $15. That's a neat little set.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That one I kind of like. I have already, because I do like Fisher Price little people. I did get a Deadpool when they clearance these at Target. I think it was like $1. But $2 here. Let's see, 112 Hella figure. Those 112 figures are great. It's only $5 off.
Yeah, that's not a good deal. She's going for way less on eBay.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess the recommendation here is definitely cross references with like eBay sold prices. But yeah. So there you go. All right.
A lot of little people there.
They've been clearancing those things for a while. Let's see. Hasbro Pulse is more of, it's kind of bulk deals. So if you spend $50 or more, you get 10% off, $75, 15% off, and $100, 20% off. So if you spend $100, you get $20 off. I guess that's not that bad, but they're selling their own stuff. So could they have done better? Could you have done better, Hasbro?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe they don't need to do better. I don't know. But that is an option. One of my favorite vintage stores. I want to go there one day. John, you and I talk about this place a lot. House Vintage Toys. Got a lot of discounts on their site through tomorrow, I believe. I have some of the big heavy hitters here on the front page. But you need a hot spot for only $382. John, complete.
That's not a bad price. That's a really good price, especially with his fire hydrant. Somebody's going to jump on that.
A life-size R2-D2.
How much is that one?
It is, well, normally $7,000, but now, John, it's only $5,949.
That's a good price. I think we should just drive down and get it. Because you can do that that thing at Disney World now where you build an astromech.
You're right.
But that's $25,000. So,
this is a steal.
That's a drop in the bucket.
He'll be a mascot for our shows. It's a business expense.
That's it. We're gonna write it off.
Double telescoping Ben Kenobi, only $8,400. That's pretty good, but that's not his saber. Or did they make Ben with Luke double telescoping saber?
I've never seen that. And that, I mean, does the label say error?
EP with yellow double telescoping saber? That's interesting. A friend of ours found one of these in a little Tinker Toy barrel with a whole bunch of other figures. Sold it for a cool lots of money. We'll have to have him on the show to tell that story. It's great.
It is a good story.
Delta telescoping Vader, only 17 grand.
I'm surprised they didn't throw a cape on him before they graded it.
I know. If you're gonna grade it,
I mean, you could get a good cape for, buy a nice Vader.
Yeah. Normal Vaders aren't that expensive, right? So, anyways, Dallas Vintage Toys. I'm a vintage toy guy. I know you, John, you are too. Great stuff there. Again, I think Target right now, the buy two get one free. Great deal. Walmart's. I did not see too much stuff on Walmart. Anybody else in the chat have anything?
I think the Disney Store website was doing that as well. Buy two, get one free. And they carry Legends and Selects on there. Disney. I remember getting an email about that now.
Cyber Monday. 30% on orders 200, 25 150, 20 100.
Oh, maybe they only did it for Black Friday.
Yep. Come on, make that go all year long. Dang it.
Because I did go to look at the those select Boba Fett and Darth Maul figures. I was thinking about getting those last week when I got the email that it was going to be buy two, get one. And then I just didn't pull the trigger.
Should have.
I know. I still have a bit of a bad taste in my mouth from buying from a Disney made figure. I know it's not Disney, it's Diamond Select or whoever's making those.
Yeah.
But after getting those Disney Elite figures, the die-cast ones, and I got who did I get? I got Finn, Phasma, and First Order Stormtrooper. And when I got it in, and then they had screws on the back, it was such a turnoff for me, and the articulation was terrible.
Yep.
But that was when they were first announced. They weren't even in hand anywhere to look at.
Yeah, those were disappointment for sure. Let's see. We had a request for GameStop deals. Looking at it right now, I'm not seeing anything too, or at least they're not advertising anything heavy. If anybody has anything in the chat that says otherwise, oh, that's not collectibles. Those are games. Well, I do like games. Let's go here. Let's see. More games, some collectibles. They don't look like they're on sale for anything. But maybe in store they've got some good deals at GameStop. Let's see, 4 Horsemen. Let's go to Store Horsemen. Looks like nothing crazy for deals, but what this figure? What the hell?
Yeah, that was just announced last week.
Woo!
That thing is awesome.
Oh God. Look at this.
It's incredible.
Wow. Oh, for 60 bucks, that's incredible.
That's a lot of plastic for $60.
I know. And the paint detail. Wow.
I mean, now that they have that horse body, they're making all kinds of figures off of that horse body. There's like the demon horse that's all like flames and fire. There's another guy that's like a centaur that they're doing. Then there's a basic horse.
Yeah, the centaur.
Oh yeah, right there.
Wow. Yeah. The centaur is, look at that. Wow.
It's incredible.
That's insane.
I can't wow. Just sculpting that is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And it's funny. While you have that up there, I had a conversation with Matt Dowdy from Onel Design, the guy that created Glios. So he's very good friends with Eric Treadaway from the Four Horsemen, the main sculptor. And at that time, Eric was sculpting the first horse that they were doing, and he had already had 1,400 hours of sculpting time just into a horse.
Wow.
Because me and Matt were talking about how long it takes me to sculpt something because I think I'm very slow. And he says, that's, you're like, I'm sort of on par with anybody else that's been doing it for 10, 20 years.
Well, that's good.
And because I put myself down like I'm my worst critic when I'm sculpting. But then he's like, Eric Treadaway, it takes him over 1,000 hours to sculpt something that's just a horse. It's you're referencing just photos, so it's not like you're creating something from scratch.
Man, this Alithia all in for $500, under 500. Incredible set. Barg, look at that. Wow. All right. Well, no sales there, but maybe we should go all in on that set. That's a really good set.
I'm waiting for the next series from them.
8-Bit Zombie. I'm a big fan of 8-Bit Zombie. Great t-shirts, swag, and stuff like that. The shirts sometimes that I wear at toy shows and stuff like that get the most comments are my 8-Bit Zombie shirts. He's always bringing up new designs, and he's got some awesome ones right now. And I generally wait for his Cyber Monday deals because they're usually really good. But I love this I Survive.
That is awesome.
Really, really cool stuff.
So I got to get on that.
8bitzombie.com. Highly recommend it. This ringer tee is really awesome. Like that's cool. That's really, really cool. So yeah, he kind of pulls in different characters from all the things we love, different media. And he also has his own action figure that comes and goes when it's for sale. But is it on here? The 8-Bit Zombie? No. But it's really cool. This guy, essentially, the 8-Bit Zombie, the actual 8-Bit Zombie. So this is his kind of Thrasher. Thrasher. But anyway, I've got the first one that he made. But he's kind of re-released them in different decos and stuff like that. But just really, really cool stuff. Hyler, and a really nice guy that runs the site. So definitely check that out. And then Zombie Sailor Toys, legendary kind of Instagram toy seller, famous for finding warehouse finds, is having a huge Black Friday week sale. I think it's through tomorrow, but a lot of his stuff right now is super discount. And this is case fresh stuff. So this is straight from a shipper case. So it's as if you are buying it brand new from a toy shelf. So it's like, and he has, tons and tons of vintage, new old stock, Batman figures from Kenner that you can get for, adjusted for inflation, the same as retail. So definitely check out that one. He had a huge Mighty Max find that he just recently started selling from. So zombiesailor.com is the recommended one there.
Good friend of Kevin Costner.
Yeah, he really funny guy. And I hope to have him on the show one day. I've been friends with him over the Instagram years. We were going to have him at our toy show this year, but of course the pandemic ruined everything. Let's see. Let's go to the chat here. BD Dub says, I need that moose. Also says Dollar Tree has zombie Lego knockoffs, a pack of 3 minifigs for $1. I loved I think it was series 1 on the Lego minifigures that had a great zombie. That was what got me into that line for a little while. Ross said some lunatic in my area had listed a TMNT scratch for $5K loose.
Wow,
that's expensive. That's really expensive.
That is a little pricey.
A little pricey. Old School says, "Is that Mythic Legions?" Yes,
It is.
so good. Jay says, "Someone somewhere might pay that though." Giraffe says, "Bigger cases." Will pay that. Good lord, that's museum quality stuff. I think in reference to the Mythic Legions. Never in a million years, even if I was a millionaire, pay $5,000 for scratch. And Oracle says, I love that kind of underground stuff. Yeah, 8-Bit Zombie does really, really great stuff. All right. Well, if nobody has anything else in the chat as far as Cyber Money deals, those are the ones that I figured we could talk about here today. If I had to pick a winner, I think that 3-for-1 or 2 buy 2 get 1 at Targets was a deal. And I think for vintage, I feel like Dallas Vintage Toys had some really good deals, so definitely check them out. And Big Bad Toy Store, you officially get the gotta do better. I love you guys. I generally buy from you guys. Do better. All right, and they're probably saying, we're barely hanging on, eh? I know.
We sold one thing this week.
Oh man. All right. Well, John, I think that's it.
Yes, sir. Next week, maybe we'll have some hauls.
Maybe.
We'll see.
One of my buddies who works at Sweetwater is sending me a guitar to review. So I might have my first guitar review on the channel, which maybe 2 people will watch because it's kind of completely out of left field compared to some other things. But it's the new American Professional 2 Stratocaster from Fender. So be on the lookout for that. But I need a little time with it before I just make a video. I gotta get some time, get it tuned in just right. But excited to talk about that.
I'll watch it. You got one here.
Thanks. Thank you. Let's see. James Rice. Okay, he likes guitars. Okay, so maybe 3 people will watch it. That'll be good. That'll be really good. Boeing says, thanks guys, great streams as always. Thank you. Old School says mo better. Yes, always love hanging with you all on Sunday nights at 9 o'clock. Jay says, I was interested until you said Fender. Listen, I've always been a Les Paul guy. There's my Les Paul right there. But I do love. I'm a polyamorous when it comes to guitars. I feel like all guitars have something different to offer, and I feel like Fender definitely has a unique sound that if I'm writing a certain type of song, Fender fits that really, really well. And
you said it was a Stratocaster?
It is their new Stratocaster. So I generally skew Les Paul, but or Les Paul humbucker type thing, but the 4 position on a Fender Strat, like that kind of Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Red Hot Chili Peppers, like that sound. I love that sound. That's one of my favorite guitar sounds ever. So I definitely feel like they have their place in the world, up there in the echelon. Yeah, Stevie Ray. I mean, again, yeah. That's saying I love all guitars. I love them all. They all have something to offer in the world.
Even little dollar store one you learn on, or like a Squire, you know.
Listen, look at Jack White. He'll just pick up this piece of trash, make really cool music with it. So really, they all have something to offer. They really do. You take some toy from Sears and Roebuck from 1960 and make really cool songs with it. So it's all valid. It's all valid. I want to see you smash it after you. Nope. I'll get in trouble for that probably. All right. Well, that is it for this week's show. Thank you, everyone. Again, hope you had safe. It's an unpopular opinion. Listen, I know there's some people that hate Fenders, people hate Gibsons, like it's, but I'm like, no, we're all good. Everything's good. We all have something to offer here, all inclusive. We will. James Rice says, "What's John's eBay store again?" Do you want to give him a quick?
Oh yeah, it's Small Plastic Heroes.
There you go.
I think it's ebay.com/stores/small plastic heroes. No spaces.
Hit it up. All right, everyone. We'll see you next Sunday at 9 o'clock. Until then, not that one. This one. Problem with these multiple pages of sounds. Until then, hasta luego and goodbye.